Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss the solution for find pair with given difference. So let's see how we can do this. So first of all, what our question says is that we have been given us array of size n. This is my array, and we need to find a program to check if there is a pair of element in array whose difference is equal to target. Okay. If I am able to find such pair, then I have to print that pair. Otherwise, print -1. So let's say we have been given target 17 and we have this array. We need to find pair whose difference is 17. We can clearly see that 3 minus 20, 20 minus 3 is equal to 17, which is nothing but the target. So what I need to print is 3 and 20. Okay, let's take another example in which it is not possible to make any target. Let's say we have 54 instead of 17. Is there any pair which can create 54? Or better, let's say I have 1000. So you can see that the biggest number here is 80 and 20. 80 minus 20 is 60. If 60 is possible, at 60 is the maximum difference possible, which is nothing compared to 1000. So it means that if I will receive 1000 as the target, then I have to print -1. So that's all for this simple quotient explanation. Now, how we can find that how we can find if there is a pair existing or not to achieve difference of 17. Okay, so one of the method can be that we try to create all the pair of 2 and try to find the difference is equal to 17 or not. Okay, so let's start from 5. 5 and 2, 3, not target. 5 minus 3, 2, 2 is not the target. 5 minus 80, not the target. 5 minus 5, not target. 5 minus 20, not the target. So we can't use this. 2 minus 3, can't make the target. Can't make the target. Can't make the target. 2 and 20, can't make the target. Now 3 with 80, can't make the target. 3 with 5, can't make target. 3 and 20, now we are able to reach the target. 3 and 20. Okay, so if we will try to create all the combination and try to find if their difference is 17 or not, this is going to take me somewhere square time will go of n square. It's going to take me this much time. But I think we can make a pretty optimized solution than this solution. This is the brute force method. By what we are doing, we are trying to create all the pairs to create a target of 17. Okay, so to create a optimized solution, what we can do first is we can try to sort our array. Okay, so let's sort this. Right. So 2, 3, 5, 20 and 80. Okay, you have done target sum of pair, which is just opposite of this question. There we need to find sum of 2 pair meets the target or not. Here we are doing if difference of a pair reach the target or not. In our target sum question, what we were doing, we were putting I and j at these two places, and what we were doing, we were trying to find if the sum reaches a target value or not. Let's try to use that method here. Okay, so I put I here and j here. So my first difference will be 80 minus 2, which is 78. Okay, so target is less than 78. There what we were doing if this was the case, then we were moving j. So let's do this. Now 20 minus 2, which is 18. Okay. Now if you will see carefully, I have moved j. But suppose instead of this j here, use I moved I. Okay. Now I is at the 3. J is at the 80th, and 80 minus 2. Now we get 70, not 2, 3. It should be 77. Look carefully. 18 is less than 78, and 77 is also less than 78. So in both cases, my target is decreasing. So this shouldn't happen. In one case, my difference should go up. If my target is less than, if my target becomes more than my difference, then my target should decrease as well. Sorry, my difference should increase as well. So in this, if I will use this case, it will not happen. So what I'm going to do is going to change my approach a little bit. Instead of starting from two extreme points, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move what's okay, yeah, now this is fine. So I'm going to use I'm going to put I at the 0th position and j at the 1 position. Now let's see what kind of result we are going to get. So first difference we are going to get t minus 2, which is 1. 1 is less than my target, so I'm going to move j. 5 minus 2, t is less than 17. So again I'm going to move my j. I got 5 again. 5 minus 2, 3 is less than 17. I'm going to move j again. 20 minus 2, 20 minus 2, 18. Now difference becomes greater than my target. So I need to reduce my target. So what I'm going to do, let's move this. I moved my I. Now 20 minus 3 equals 17. Alright. We got to our target. Alright. You can clearly see that in these positions, when my j was increasing, difference was increasing as well. And when my I was increasing, difference start to decrease, right? This part wasn't shown very clearly in this example, so let's take one more example. Okay, let's reset it. I back at 0 and j back at 1. Now let's take target as 54, something which does not exist, meaning that pair does not exist to reach target 54. So let's see, 3 minus 2 plus 1, smaller than my target, difference should be increased. So j plus plus 5 minus 2, first j plus plus, now 5 minus 2, 5 minus 2 still equal to 3, is still less than my target. I'm going to increase my j. Again 5 minus 2 equals 3, is still less my target, increasing j. 20 minus 2, 18, j is still less than my target. 18 is less than my 54, so need to increase difference. Now 80 minus 2, 78. Now see, 78 is much more than 54, so I need to decrease my difference. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase I. I increase my I. Now 80 minus 3 equals 77. Still more than my difference, so I increase my I. 80 minus 5 equals 75. Still more than my target. What I'm going to do, I'm going to increase my I again. 80 minus 5 again, 75. 75 more than my 54. Increase I again. 80 minus 20 equals 60. 60 is more than 54. What I'm going to do, increase I again. Now I and j are pointing to same. 80 minus 80 equals 0. 0 is less than my target, so I need to increase my j. I increase my j, but now j is out of bound. Now if j has become out of bound, it means that I was not able to create a difference of 54. So it means that I need to print -1. Okay, so this is how we are going to do this. First, we are going to sort our array. Okay, after sorting our array, what we are going to do, we are going to write a while loop for I is less than size of my array. Okay, and j is also less than size of array, right? Something like this. And if I'm able to reach I need to calculate a difference. Yeah, first calculate difference. ARR j minus ARR I, something difference I'm calculating. After I have calculated the difference, I need to check if this difference is equal to target. If difference is equal to target, print the pair and then just return from there. Because if we have found the pair, then what we are going to do? We don't need to do anything. So that's it. And then if we are not able to find the pair, then what we were checking if difference was smaller than my target or difference was more than target. Difference was, if difference was less than target, then we need to increase our difference. So for that we were doing j plus plus. And if difference was greater than my target, then I need to decrease my difference. So what I was doing I plus plus. Here you can see I was doing I plus plus to decrease my difference. So this is what we are going to do in our code. First we are going to sort it, then we are going to put it in a loop, try to create differences and see if difference is less than or greater than my target, and according to that I'm going to increase my I and j. And after this, if I'm not able to find any pair in this while loop, I'm going to come out of this while loop because of these two conditions. I is less than j or j is less than I. Sorry, I is less than the number of elements, or j is less than the, so this is what we are these conditions are going to get me out of my loop. And after this, the if I'm not able to find any pair, which means the end of while loop, after while loop I will just print -1. That's what given in the question. If I'm able to print anything, print it. If I'm not able to print anything, then print -1. So that's it. That's all for the approach of this question. Now let's try to code this. Okay, so let's code this. So first of all, first we need to sort our array. So arrays dot array. So this will sort my array. Now I equals to 0 and j equals to 1. Okay. Now my while loop, while I is less than arr dot n and j is less than arr dot length. So this is for checking if I or j does not go out of bound. Okay. So what we were doing, we were comparing the difference. So let's calculate the difference first. Arr j minus arr, because we know that in sort the array my jth element will be greater than my ith element. Okay, so what we were doing was, if difference was equal to target, then it means I have found my pair. So I'm going to print those pair. System.out.print arr I plus space plus arr j. Okay, and after this we have already defined a pair, so work of our function is done. So we are going to return from here. So if this is not the case and my difference is less than my target, so how can I increase my difference? By simply increasing my j. So this is how I am going to increase the difference. Now if difference is greater than target, so how can I reduce my difference? Simply by increasing ith element. Okay, now I have checked all the possible pair for which I can try to create my target. If I don't find any pair, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just print -1. System dot out dot print -1, and that's it. Okay, so let's see if it runs. Okay, I have forgotten T here. So it's been accepted for sample test case. Let's submit for all. Okay, so we got 10 out of 10, which means that our code is exactly what we needed to do. So let's talk about its time complexity and space complexity now. Okay, so my array dot sort function. So this function's time complexity is something like this: n log n. Okay, and this while loop is going to run n times. All right, so my time taken will be n plus n log n. So my time complexity is nothing but n log n, which is significantly less than my naive solution, which was to create all the possible combination and try to find the difference. Okay, so n log n is still better than my n square. Okay, so this is about my time complexity. Now, if you will look carefully, you will find that I haven't used any extra space. So my space complexity will also be O of 1. O of n log n time complexity, and space complexity is O of 1 because I haven't used anything. I have used only constant space. So I hope that you have understood this solution, and I hope that you will be able to complete this question now. So that's all for this video. See you in the next one.